Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here again, taking all that research, those notes, and basically turning that source material into real strategic insight for you. No fluff.
Nope, just the critical stuff. And today we are getting into facility management, but like really getting into it beyond just the basics.
Right. We're looking at the bigger picture, the whole operational strategy of, combining cleaning and maintenance.
And specifically, we're looking at MKMaintX and their related operation, MetroKleen. We're going to dissect how they operate.
Yeah, our mission today for you is to figure out how this company, this entity, positions itself as more than just, well, a vendor. They talk about being a strategic nationwide partner.
And they use this term ultimate care for commercial property. So we need to distill what that actually means.
Exactly. How does that detailed maintenance, that strategy, translate into, smooth business performance for you? What's the real link?
Well, it seems to boil down to managing complexity. Because in facility operations, complexity usually means risk. It means downtime, costs. So we're going to explore how their approach, which they say is customized and eco-friendly, is really designed to cut through that complexity, manage that operational risk, even across different kinds of properties.
And that strategic angle seems key, doesn't it? MKMaintX isn't just selling cleaning. They're pitching a transformation of the facility itself.
Yeah, treating every part of it, from the floor tiles right up to the big HVAC units, as a financial asset, something to manage strategically, not just an expense line.
Okay, let's unpack this then. If they're all about managing complexity, they must offer a pretty wide range of services, right? Way beyond just standard cleaning.
Oh, absolutely. It's like they're aiming to be the one call you make for pretty much everything inside the building. Sometimes the outside, too.
So what does that look like?
Okay, first up, the foundation. Customized janitorial solutions. And the key word there is customized. It means they're not just using some generic checklist. They adapt to how the client actually uses the space. Is it a busy retail store needing constant touch-ups? Or maybe a corporate office that only needs a deep clean after everyone's gone home? That tailoring is step one.
That customization piece. That's often where things get tricky with big service providers, isn't it? Delivering that consistently.
It definitely requires a highly adaptable team, yeah. Not just a one-size-fits-all crew.
Yep.
And that strategic thinking carries right over into preserving assets. They don't just, sweep the floor. They offer expert floor care services, specialized treatments, cleaning, polishing, the works. And why is that strategic? Well, think about high-traffic floors. They're expensive assets.
True.
So keeping them looking good and lasting longer through specific care, that pushes back expensive replacements and keeps the place looking professional.
Okay, I like that framing. Treating the floor like a financial asset that needs planned upkeep. So how does that thinking apply to, say, the really big ticket items in a building, the major systems?
Well, that brings us right to the core operational value prop, comprehensive building maintenance. This is all about preventing major failures, reducing that dreaded downtime.
So what's included?
We're talking routine upkeep, yes, but also handling repairs promptly and even offering bespoke services focused squarely on keeping the business running smoothly, keeping the lights on, essentially.
The list we saw in the sources is, well, it's pretty huge. It really does sound like they're trying to eliminate needing separate contracts for almost everything.
That's exactly the complexity management idea, right? Simplify things for the client. Their services go from landscaping, minor renovations, all the way up to full building management solutions. And importantly, HVAC maintenance.
Okay, let's pause on HVAC for a sec.
Yeah.
Because that's where you see huge risks and, frankly, huge costs if things go wrong.
Yeah.
What does preventative maintenance actually involve for those systems?
Yeah, this is a really critical area for strategic efficiency. Preventative means acting before the breakdown, not waiting for the AC to die in the middle of summer.
Right.
So for HVAC, that means things like regular filter changes, yes, but also cleaning coils to make sure heat exchange is efficient, running diagnostics.
Stuff that stops the big expensive failure.
Exactly. But it also pays off immediately. Did you know neglected HVAC coils can actually hike up energy use by 10 to 25%?
Wow, I didn't realize it was that high.
Yeah. So this maintenance isn't just about avoiding disaster. It's actively an energy cost reduction strategy. It pays for itself.
So MKMaintX is essentially saying, look, stop juggling 5 different vendors who might do an okay job and hire us, one partner, to manage the health of the whole facility.
Strategically.
That's the pitch. That unified approach, it simplifies everything for the client. Less admin hassle, less liability floating around. That's what they seem to mean by ultimate care.
Hmm. Okay, but here's where it gets really interesting, I think. Let's talk differentiators because, anyone can list services. The real question is how they deliver, especially on customization and sustainability.
That customization part, I'm still thinking about that. Promising a tailored service plan for such different clients. You mentioned corporate offices, healthcare, schools, retail. That sounds incredibly complex logistically.
It does.
How do they manage that without the overhead just becoming massive and, making it super expensive for the client? Is there anything in the sources on that?
That's a really good question. The materials suggest they tackle it by having structured protocols, but adapting them heavily for each industry vertical.
Okay.
So think about the huge difference between, say, a hospital and a regular office building.
Totally different worlds. Regulations, priorities.
Exactly. For the hospital, customization means super strict adherence to health codes, biohazard rules, maybe even specific cleaning methods for sterile areas. Staff might need special training, HIPAA awareness, all that.
Right.
Whereas for the corporate office, customization might be more about tight security protocols for after-hours access, keeping noise down during the day, maybe focusing on high-end finishes in the executive wing.
So it's not one plan stretched thin. It's more like dedicated teams or knowledge bases for each sector.
That seems to be the implication. An operational team that actually understands the specific compliance and operational needs of that industry.
Okay, that makes more sense. And what about the green cleaning programs? That feels pretty standard now, but how do they position it?
Yeah, it's definitely table stakes for many clients now, but they seem to link it directly to higher-level corporate goals.
How so?
Well, green cleaning, using certified eco-friendly products and methods obviously reduces environmental impact. Check. But the business case they seem to make is twofold.
Okay.
First, it helps their clients meet those increasingly important ESG targets, environmental, social, governance reporting. That's huge for public companies. And second, by cutting down on harsh chemicals, those VOCs, you get a healthier indoor environment. And there's data showing that helps with staff well-being, maybe even reduces sick days. So it's framed as a workplace strategy, not just an eco nice-to-have.
That dual focus, efficiency, and sustainability, that's a strong message. But okay, maintenance isn't always planned. Things break. Chaos happens.
Always.
Facilities don't run 9 to 5. So how do they handle the unexpected, the emergencies?
Right, and this is where their operational readiness really gets tested. They heavily promote their emergency services, 24/7 availability, after-hours support, the whole deal.
So they promise quick response.
Yeah, swift response, equipped with the right tools, focused on getting things safe and functional again fast.
We actually found a really specific, kind of unusual detail related to this in the research. It really highlights how prepared they aim to be.
Oh, yeah. What was it?
They don't just list a phone number for emergencies. They provide a specific operational ID number. It's listed as 2001-41853.
Huh. A dedicated ID. That's interesting.
Right. Feels like it's designed to cut through the noise in a crisis.
Well, yeah, imagine you're the property manager. It's 2 a.m., water's pouring into your server room.
Nightmare scenario.
Exactly. You don't want to be explaining who you are, what your account number is. You just want help. So you call, give that ID, boom. It should streamline getting the right resources dispatched immediately, saves crucial time, saves money, prevents bigger disasters.
Okay, connecting this back to the bigger picture. Let's talk scope. They brand themselves as a nationwide partner. But looking through the materials, there's a lot of focus on Massachusetts specifically.
Yeah, that's a really common thing you see, isn't it? The sort of organizational paradox. They market nationwide, but the concrete examples, the specific service mentions.
Boston Janitorial, Commercial Cleaning, Massachusetts. HVAC Maintenance, Boston.
Right, and their physical HQ is there too, 230 Broadway, Suite 205 in Linfield, MA. So the evidence definitely points to a very strong regional core.
So how does a company realistically scale that kind of customized high-touch service from a strong regional base to being truly nationwide? That raises questions about logistics, doesn't it? Quality control.
Absolutely. It's a big challenge. The likely model is they manage the nationwide aspect through very standardized operating procedures and probably a carefully vetted network of local or regional subcontractors. while keeping their own core teams, the ones delivering the most specialized, customized work, focus primarily on that dense Boston area market. That's where they can maintain direct oversight, ensure rapid response, like with that Boston HVAC example.
So it's about strategic control, basically,
Mhm.
minimizing the risk of quality dropping off further away from the home base.
Precisely. It's a way to balance the marketing claim with operational reality.
And just to drill down again on the why for the listener, why should a business, wherever they are, really invest in this kind of comprehensive approach? We've talked risk, energy savings. What else is core?
It really comes down to the long game, both for the property itself and for the operation. Good regular maintenance, it protects the building's longevity. Simple as that.
Prevents small problems becoming huge, expensive ones.
Exactly. So for you, the listener, it means thinking about keeping your property value stable. It means making your operational budget more predictable because you're not constantly reacting to emergencies and scrambling for funds. It's proactive financial management, really.
Okay, let's try and make that more tangible. What are actual clients saying? We saw some testimonials and they seemed, well, pretty positive.
Yeah, the client feedback is where you see if the promise matches reality. They definitely talk about the basics, reliability, professionalism, and attention to detail.
That's good stuff.
Kind of. But the key things that stood out were about tangible impact. We saw phrases like clients saying the services significantly enhanced our facility's efficiency and appearance.
Significantly enhanced efficiency. That's strong wording.
Hmm.
But is there any, proof behind that? Any metrics mentioned?
Not specific metrics in what we saw, but the proof seems to be in the consistency of those themes. Efficiency here isn't just, cleaning faster. It seems to mean the client's own team is spending less time managing the maintenance vendor.
Ah, okay. Less distraction.
Exactly. Clients brought up the quick response times again and how the team helped transform the workspace into an efficient environment, which implies the client staff could just focus on their actual jobs, not dealing with facility issues or coordinating vendors.
So the efficiency gain is partly about reducing the administrative load on the client side.
That seems to be a big part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Less hassle, smoother operations overall. So, wrapping this up, what have we learned? It seems like comprehensive facility care, the way MKMaintX approaches it, is really about strategic efficiency and managing risk.
Yeah.
They package it all up in this highly customized structure. By integrating all these pieces, the technical building maintenance, the green cleaning focus, that rapid 24/7 emergency response, they're trying to shift maintenance.
Shift it from what to what?
From just being a necessary cost, a line item you have to pay, to being like a predictable strategic investment. Something that actively protects the client's assets, both physical and financial.
It's like you're buying operational uptime and maybe peace of mind along with the cleaning service. Okay, but here's a final thought, something for you, the listener, to chew on.
The one?
The source material, it mentions that this company offers both commercial maintenance services and residential maintenance service, specifically in Boston.
Wow, okay. Commercial and residential, that's quite a stretch.
Isn't it? Think about it. Residential property management, that's a whole different ballgame. Homeowner associations dealing with individual residents, maybe much smaller, very detail-focused contracts, security for private homes.
Yeah, the skill set, the customer service approach, radically different from managing a huge corporate office park or an industrial facility.
Exactly. So consider the sheer organizational challenge. How does one company effectively scale its promise of bespoke maintenance solutions and that crucial attention to detail across such a vast spectrum?
From huge industrial maintenance projects down to potentially fixing a leaky faucet in someone's condo.
Right. What kind of internal structure, what different types of expertise, what logistical systems would you need to maintain that high level of customization and quality across clients that are just fundamentally different?
That's a really fascinating question about organizational design and capability.
Something for you to think about, definitely, when you're evaluating any potential partner who claims they can truly do it all.